Can I ask you a few questions? Is your life exactly what you want? Are you satisfied with how things are in your life physically, financially, professionally, mentally, and emotionally? How's your health? How's your weight? Are you carrying just a few extra pounds or maybe more? How's your energy? Are you able to do the things you want to do, or do you find yourself running out of steam? Finally, are you right now being the best version of you possible? If you're one of those rare people living the life exactly of your dreams, doing exactly what you want, when you want, how you want, with whom you want, if you have abundant energy and your body is running in tip-top form, then I applaud you. Keep doing what you're doing. However, if you feel like your life could be just a bit better, if you'd like to finally take charge and get control of your weight, get more energy, create more focus and order in your life, and become the best version of you possible, and if you're really ready to do the work needed to make real change happen, then I'm Dr. Pete Hillgartner, and I'd like to invite you to my free 2-hour introductory class to learn more details about my 10-week life transformation and super weight loss boot camp. I'm trained as a chiropractic physician with advanced training as a holistic health and wellness expert, a functional medicine expert, and trained in functional neurology. I've been in practice in Leesburg, Virginia since 1997 with my lovely wife, Dr. Lynn Hillgartner. Over the years, we've had a lot of people approach us about weight loss. Some have had a lot of weight to lose, others just a few pounds. However, all were dissatisfied with where they were and how they felt about themselves. Most had tried all the various diets out there with mixed results. Many would lose weight only to gain it right back. Some would cut calories, work out like crazy for months and not lose a pound, but would just feel worse and worse, not only about themselves, but physically. So about 5 years ago, I began an intensive study of the topic of weight loss, weight gain, the neurophysiology behind it, and the neuroendocrinology behind it. I approached the topic much differently than my medical training had taught me to. I began to look at the human body as less of a machine that needed to be tinkered with and manipulated, and more as a comprehensive biological ecosystem that needed to be brought back into balance. The human body is a brain-based stimulus response mechanism with an innate intelligence that never does anything wrong. As a complex biological ecosystem that will always move itself toward a state of survival, it always does the exact right thing in response to the environment it finds itself in. What this means is that if you have symptoms, no matter if it's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, skin conditions, allergies, indigestion, arthritis, or even cancer, your body is simply doing what it needs to do to respond to the environment you're in and in the context of your genetic individuality. Now, let me be clear, this does not negate the need for drugs and surgery at times. After all, physical matter has its limitations. The more you exceed those limitations, the more aggressively you have to treat it. But this is like having to call the fire department to put a house fire out. It's absolutely necessary in order to save the house, but have you ever seen a house after the fire department left? It's completely trashed. The fire's out, but the house has been destroyed in the process. So once the fire is out, the restoration and maintenance crew has to come in. They get called in to rebuild, refurbish, and maintain the house. They're the team that brings the entire system back into working order and balance. So the same approach has to be taken with the body, and that's what we do. It has to be a comprehensive approach, and it has to involve all the systems of the body to allow the body's innate intelligence to do the work. This can take time, can take effort. It doesn't happen overnight, and there is no silver bullet. It requires that you think and act differently than your doctor has taught. It requires different thinking than your insurance will reimburse, and it's different than conventional wisdom dictates. It requires that you take total responsibility for where you are in life and for finding your solution. So America right now is in crisis. Surveys show that a full 2/3 of our population feels dissatisfied. We're the wealthiest nation on earth. We have more opportunities available than anywhere else. We spend 4 times more on healthcare per person than any other country in the world. Yet according to the World Health Organization, we rank 47th in the world in health status. We have incredible abundance, yet roughly 70% of our population is unhappy. 86% of Americans will be overweight or obese by the year 2030, according to the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows that obesity in children and adolescents ages 2 to 19 has tripled since 1980. The CDC also states that America right now is the fattest nation on earth. The exponential increase in healthcare spending due to diseases associated with being overweight is expected to cause severe financial crisis and even financial ruin in 1 out of every 3 households by the year 2030. Now those are scary statistics. So think about the trajectory we're on as a nation. In that context, what is your life going to be like 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now if you stay on the same trajectory you're on? My dad had a saying, you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And if you do nothing, you're definitely part of the problem. So a few years ago, many years ago actually, as a young Marine officer, I swore an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I truly believe that the surging cost of healthcare and the significant rise in degeneration and disability is a much greater threat to the health and well-being of our nation than any foreign threat. So what's your trajectory? Look at where you're headed in life right now. Are there things you need to change? Are you ready to take responsibility for your future? Are you ready to do the work necessary to create the health and the life that you wish you had? Are you ready to be part of the solution? If you are, and if you're ready to lose that weight once and for all, if you're ready to really take control of your life, and if you're ready to explore the thoughts, behaviors, emotions, and habits required to balance the ecosystem of your body, if you want to learn how to jumpstart your transformation and create the best version of you possible, then please sign up for my free 2-hour introductory class where I'll introduce my 10-week Life Transformation Super Weight Loss Bootcamp. In the class, you're going to learn more details about the program, the background, the time commitment, the tuition options, and the objectives and mindset needed to succeed. So people often ask me, why do I call this a boot camp, thinking it's all about physical exercise when actually only one class is dedicated to exercise? Well, truthfully, boot camp is really a system of training, education, self-discovery, and growth that repeatedly and consistently produces a desired result. This program takes the same approach. So if you're ready to do the work, to take charge, to become the best version of you possible, then come join me, learn more, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this.